Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Today we'll be going over the Michael Vaughan case. I want to tell everybody right now, be respectful to the parents, be respectful or don't be here. So there was a comment that was left about the babysitter and Tyler. The babysitter was not at the house the day that Michael disappeared. I want to clear that up right now, as that was misinformation that's been spewed out there. I don't typically do this, but today I've had enough of people being re-victimized. And I'm going to apologize to any other missing family that's out there right now. My channel strictly goes on facts and strictly goes on. I will do speculation, yes, but I take my speculation and take that and turn that into, they're called rabbit holes. So you speculate, you figure out what you're speculating on, and then you take that and you go into what is called to see if that speculation is fact or fiction. And that is how you determine whether something's factual or not. And today we will be going into, I don't normally do this, but the bullshit. And I want to apologize to my viewers. This isn't what you signed up for. But today, the first part of this video is very crucial in doing what I'm doing on people that are re-victimizing, people that were already re-victimized once. So until further ado, I want to apologize to my following, my subscribers, my moderators. Hang in there. Today may be tough, but hang in there. And I want to apologize to other missing families. I'm here to help. I'm here for the good cause. Today, I need to address some YouTubers and what they're doing and what they think is morally correct, what they think is ethics. And today we will address that with proof that they are re-victimizing, harassing a family which are victims of a missing child. All right. But we'll play my intro here. It's going to get loud. I am upset. I am pissed off. And I don't normally do this, but I could do this every single day if you want me to, until hashtag canceled. And I'll tell you what hashtag canceled is here in a little bit, because somebody is on my hashtag canceled watch list. But for now, let's get into it. We are going to play my intro, and then I'm going to go into the things that happened yesterday on YouTube, and I am going to back them up with facts that I have, where their research is coming from, because you have a Discord, but you don't know who's in your Discord. So you don't know who has all the information, that you're re-spewing stuff that was already put out months ago. So you're re-victimizing somebody that was already victimized. So hold on to your seats. That's going to be great. And the other thing is I have a whole phone conversation. It is 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 38 seconds long. We are not going over the whole thing. I can't. The integrity of the case, I can't. But I will play the first part of the conversation, and we will map that out while we're listening. Then I have another part that is very, very important that I want to key in on as well. There is more to the conversation in this recording that I have, but I can't release all of it. I'm going to release enough so that you understand kind of what is going on and what is being said. I'm going to show you today what led up to this phone conversation and how I got it, because of the text messages that started the conversation, which was two friends talking, which there's text messages that show you why this phone call happened. All right, let's get into it. I'm going off camera for a minute. I'm playing my intro. If you can all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Brandy Neal, this live is dedicated to you and your family. You don't want to miss it when I tell you to leave, because there is some stuff that I know that you already know, but there will be a part in this that I don't need to re-victimize a mother that's already hurting and is already feeling the pain of having a missing person. And do I speak with Brandy Neal? Yes, I do. Do I see the ups and downs and the emotions and the ability to understand things and putting myself in their shoes? Yes, I do. There will be one part of this when I am showing screenshots. She's already seen them. She already knows they exist, but I will kindly, out of respect for her feelings and her stuff, I will tell her not to watch, not to listen. And it's about 2 minutes of my show today. It is very hurtful stuff that was text back and forth in between people, and that is why we are showing the babysitter today. And for the YouTube channels that say fuck your feelings and we don't care about victims' feelings, fuck you. I'm going to tell you right now, fuck you. All right? And we'll get into that in a minute. Here we go. Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple or flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack. The frustrated hit back, yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything, I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free, I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything, I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free, I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go.
All right. I'm back. Hold on here 1 second. I wanted to make sure I got everything great here. 1 second. Give me a minute. I'm still getting my stream all set here. .04.07 just. All right. Warning, this creator produces more F-bombs than the U.S. Army does tanks. Sorry for my language earlier. I'm fed up. Re-victimizing a family is by somebody that says that they're starting a 501(c) to help families is not allowed, like is not of good ethics or morals. Sit tight here 1 second. I want to show this pretty boy's little face. If I'm going to be speaking on Michael Vaughan, I actually show his face. Sorry, I didn't want to show you my 1 hour and 41-minute thing right now. Hold on here 1 second. Let me get this little guy's face out here front and center. That's not it. Hold on. That's something else I'm working on. All right. This little guy right here. This is what this is about today. This is about this little guy. This is about this little guy. This is about this little guy's family that are victims until they're not victims. The only ones that can put them not victims is law enforcement. So for all you people that want to sit there and re-victimize them when they were already left one platform and were victimized on that platform, which is called Twitter, which you're going to have to bear with me because I have mounds of information that came in to prove this. And if y'all don't watch, I'm going to name this channel right now. If y'all didn't see a channel that went on last night, don't go watch it. Don't go waste your time. It's called #canceled. You made your choice last night by re-victimizing a family that's already hurting, that's already broken, looking for their son. I am done with it. I am tired of it. And it's called #canceled. Let me tell you something. My whole goal here on YouTube is to help families of the missing, help families that aren't getting media coverage, help spread the awareness. I belong to 236 missing people's groups, missing posters groups, missing Twitter. In Twitter, I'm heavily active there now. I have respect of creators, big creators, small creators. I applaud them when I give them something. They don't share everything that I give them, and I understand. Some stuff I don't give them enough information, doesn't have enough media coverage. I get it. But my thing is I want to network. I want to work with people. I don't want to work against people, and I don't re-victimize victims. And I'm going to put, and I'm going to make this clear right now, I am not attacking the babysitter. I am not. I want to know the truth, and I don't want anybody in my chat bashing the babysitter. I am not going at the babysitter. I am going to display what was said and what it doesn't make sense to me. We're going to go over a timeline. It doesn't make sense. I am not bashing her. I am not. I just want some clarity on what is going on. She hasn't spoke that I've seen. And it is not a bash session on the babysitter. Things don't make sense. Was the babysitter at the pool tourney or not? I'm investigating it. I'm looking into it. Things don't add up. Timeline don't add up. Information doesn't add up. Be respectful to the babysitter as well as the family. I'm not re-victimizing the babysitter. I'm not accusing the babysitter of anything. It just doesn't add up to me. And I need some help by other creators. I need some help by sleuths out in our community. I'm looking for answers to find this boy. This other guy in this picture, I think I found him. I took my information. I gave it over to people that can give it to law enforcement, or to people that can look into it further, that can, instead of wasting law enforcement's time, I give it to people that are actively researching and actively looking, that have actively turned in tips. And I'm working on some things, as well as the car that is out there that nobody can seem to find. I've been actively working on that as well. There's a lot of things I do behind the scene. I have a plethora of information, and I need some help in researching stuff. But anyways, let's get into this. So I turned on a podcast last night that True Crime with Eve. This is to you. You say, fuck your feelings, right? And you're saying that to victims of a missing child, which would be the family. So fuck Brandy, fuck Tyler's feelings, right? That's how you feel, right? Well, and you want to start a 501(c), right? That's what you want to do? You want to advocate for the missing? You want to help search for them? That's what you want to do? Well, you're on my hashtag canceled list. That video that you put up last night where you bashed the family, where you re-victimized them when they were already re-victimized on Twitter and left Twitter to come over here, and all the content that you and Harsh Reality have, and Harsh, no disrespect, but you're being fed the information from people that already showed all the information on Twitter. And one of these, this isn't right. Now I think you finally realize it's right. I don't know. Let's see what your response is to my video. But Eve, you want to say fuck your feelings, right? Well, today it's called hashtag canceled. Your video of bashing and re-victimizing victims of a missing child and a family is going to get distributed to some organizations that I help in spreading the word. It's called the Real Crime Community. It's called the Real Crime Community here. So I have a team of people. My team's growing. I think we're up to like 6 people. I work with some creators. I give them some information, and it's called hashtag canceled. And hashtag canceled, what that means is by your moral decisions yesterday, since you wanted to bring up morals yesterday, you wanted to re-victimize victims. Hashtag canceled means this. That video that you did, I personally am taking my proof and evidence that I have, that I will show on this live later on. I will take my proof and evidence of your Discord, of the information that was given to you months ago, that was already put out onto Twitter, that they left Twitter because Brandy wouldn't do or didn't want to work with the Twitter people anymore. And then what they did is they came out and victimized them. They held it against them because they didn't want to work with them anymore. So they wanted to flip a narrative. Something's wrong with them because they don't want to work with them because they didn't agree with what these people were doing, what these people were saying about them. And that's their right. And then you want to come over here, play everything that was already over there. They left that platform for a reason. It's called victim blaming, victim bashing, re-victimizing. That's what they did over on that platform. You want to know morals? You want to talk morals? You bring up morals yesterday, Eve. You brought them up. So we're going to talk morals. So you knowingly, let's remember this, knowingly know that 2 of your people in your Discord that are going to be outed today took that claim to be advocates, mind you, one that works for government and does it on government time. 2, no names to be mentioned. 2, you knew that this stuff came from Twitter, and you knew they were victim bashed on Twitter, right? You knew, you understood that already, right? And you speak morals and fuck your feelings to Brandy and Tyler yesterday, right? Well, fuck you. Freedom of speech, fuck you. This isn't retaliation. This is taking your victim bashing, your re-victimizing, and I personally am writing a claim to YouTube with all my proof and evidence of harassment and bullying of victims, mind you. You're disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. You want to talk morals? Your morals are they've already been re-victimized once, right? On Twitter, left Twitter, didn't want to work with those people anymore. You wanted to re-victimize. Well, they re-victimized them when that happened, right? They brought out stuff, flipped the narrative, see what they're doing. They're guilty. They're this, they're that. That's not up for you to decide. Do you have a law enforcement badge, Eve? Do you? No. Are you entitled to your opinion? Yes. But the thing is, Eve, you took victim bashing, re-victimizing them twice. So they got done on Twitter once, right? They left the platform to come over here to YouTube. Suddenly, Harsh Reality and True Crime with Eve get all the old information and come and put it onto Twitter, right? Or come to put all the old information that's already out there on Twitter made to public. You go and you take all that and you say, oh, I got this new information. What do you guys think? What do you guys this or that? It's old information. They were victim bashed there. So now you want to bring it here. So they're a victim bash, and you both knew they were victim bashed, right? So now you want to bring it over here, and you're going to re-victimize them again. So that's a double re-victimizing victims of a missing person. And you think that's morally correct? You think that's ethically correct? You want to know why EquiSearch took your membership away, Eve? Do I have to even say it? I just told you why. You put up videos where you're re-victimizing somebody that was already victimized on another social media platform. And you think that's cool, right? You think that's great. You ever think that I see that you played that you had a strike or you had a copyright claim, right? You say that you're not monetized. Well, the only blockage of that claim that you showed would be that you're monetized. Like last night, you said you weren't monetized, but you're collecting super chats, right? You didn't even show I didn't watch the whole damn thing. I turned it off. Well, actually, I watched almost 90% of it. I was dealing with people and their emotions yesterday. And, when you victim bash people and it's fuck their feelings, right? Well, we're human beings. We have feelings, right? And we're entitled to have our feelings. Just like how you say we're entitled to have opinions. I don't normally do this on my channel, but I do it when I have factual information to back up exactly what you're doing. And it's coming into me. I have information, a whole bunch of information. I support the integrity of finding this young little man that's right here on this page. I want him found. I don't give a shit what the hell you're talking about over there. I don't care. You can talk about anything, anybody. You can hashtag him, whatever. Show his picture. Have not been cleared. Hold on. Brandy and Tyler have not been cleared. Where was that said? So let's talk about this. You want to bring that up? Please. Let's do this. It was already publicly in a chat yesterday, but I am trying to help the family. So the family doesn't dictate what I do on my channel. Let's get that clear. Number one, I do. It's my channel. I run my channel. It's ethically and moral correct for me to display what I want to on my channel. There is things that if I displayed onto my channel would blow your mind of what I know, how I know it, and by me doing my research. It has nothing to do with the family. But they don't dictate what I can and can't do. But you know what I do because I am respectful? Brandy Neal, what time did I call you today to tell you exactly what I was doing today? Just so that you had the heads up. So if you could handle what I'm talking about, or if you couldn't handle what I was talking about, I was giving you the heads up so that you understood. That's called respect. I'm doing this regardless whether she gave me the blessing to do it or not. It's not her choice. I told her either she can listen, or if it's too hard for her to listen to the disgusting people that think that it's okay to re-victimize people, if they think that that's okay, if it's too hard for her to listen to, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to people putting out false misinformation. And that's one of the terms of service on YouTube is misinformation. And I have facts to prove everything that you're doing. And I will be turning it in to YouTube. And it's going to be hashtag canceled, because I am going to turn in your live that you did yesterday on victim bashing with the proof that I have to my real crime community. We're all in it together. I was on the phone for an hour and a half this morning. See, Brandy, I called her at 8:26 her time, which would have been 9:26 my time, and told her what I was doing today. I didn't ask her to do this. I did it because this isn't right. I stand up for what's right. Victim bashing, victim blaming is not right. You contradict yourself in every single video that you do. Somebody made a comment in your post yesterday that said, you're innocent until proven guilty. So you're sitting here driving a narrative that these parents are guilty, and why do they do this? Why did they show this? Why did they do that? You're sitting here showing people, like, you're pointing the narrative that something ain't right, which is your opinion, that something ain't right with the parents, which is fine. Believe the victim blaming, the victim bashing, the pointing and driving the narrative. Let your audience show the videos and let your audience do their own thinking. And maybe your audience that sits over there that are saying crude, like things that are unfounded, untrue, they have their opinion. That's fine. But maybe they should go to church. Maybe they should go into nature, whatever helps them to cleanse their soul and to rethink about what their character is and how they want to perform and present themselves into public. They should really think about that. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. Your whole video from yesterday's been recorded. Your whole chat's been recorded. The main things that people said have been recorded. And I am not going to go victimize or bash the people there. But I am watching every single chat. I am watching every single thing that you want to put out there. And I don't care. Come at me. I don't care. And you saying that people are doxing, you use people's legal first name, right? You also dig into people, and you also give other creators false information on certain people around the case, or certain people that are trying to help find Monkey, and you're giving them false information that doesn't even make any sense, and you're leading those other creators into slander or liberal defamation. However you want to put it, it's two strikes. And you're doing that, and other creators are doing it because they're trusting your research. And I'm not saying that all your research is bad, but I'm saying that you need to stop, because you're giving misinformation to other creators. They run onto their panel. Well, you're out of information. So you ran to 15 panels or whatever, 15 creators trying to get you up on the panel because you're out of content, right? You don't know where to turn. You want to keep this alive. Your numbers were great. Your numbers were good, right? So you wanted to keep this going. So you run to other panels. They have you up on there. You think that they're doing research behind the scenes, whether you guys all are or not, I don't care. The thing is this, you ran to those other panels. Those other panels took what you said. They had no clue about the case. They don't know the information that you're putting out there on their channels. I realized that later after I said, wow, I can't believe that they're going to put somebody that is re-victimizing somebody up onto their panel. And I was judging the people that were holding you as guests onto their panels. Which was my bad, because I judged a book by its cover and didn't read into the fine lines. And creators that I've said something to, I didn't understand what was going on. I've come at you. Like I said, I know what families go through. I pray each case ends up better than my baby girls did. Yes, Natasha. Yes. And these creators, I think, were dumbfounded by what was going on and what was trying to be done. And it was trying to keep this continuing, trying to keep this out there where there's victim bashing and running. If something's not right with the parents, something's not right here. Well, what evidence proves or leads to the parents doing anything? Here. I'll sit here and wait. Go start a live and tell me what evidence you have that points to the parents being guilty. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that the babysitter is guilty. I'm just saying that some of the stuff that the babysitter is saying in this recording I have, plus the text messages that led up to the recording, don't make sense to me. Hell, I don't know. She's just a regular human being. I don't know if there's a missing person that you were babysat before. Maybe you have feelings one way or another. What my job is to take the information that I have, don't spin a narrative, don't flip anything, to show the evidence, to take and point it into the right direction. Like, not into the direction, but here, let's show a map. Let's show where the babysitter left at 6:15. Let's show what gas station would she go to. I don't know what gas station she went to. She says in the recording that she went to a gas station. So let's you guys are going to go down a rabbit hole with me today. Not everything's going to be factual. Not everything is going to be 100% correct. But I make sense of what the information that I have. And the thing is the only way to do it is by going through, not misleading my people that follow me, not doing anything, but let's show some possibilities. Let's put on a hat. This whole focus should be about Michael, no one else. Jeep Girl, everybody leave Jeep Girl alone. The sole focus should be about Michael, no one else. So the focus should be about Michael, right? So the focus of last night's live, where I saw you were in there, when somebody's re-victimizing somebody, and you're all for it, right? You're all for taking old content off of Twitter because she wouldn't work with you guys on Twitter anymore. You wanted to victimize her. You wanted to victimize Brandy, right? So you re-victimized her on Twitter. You run over here to YouTube because Brandy came over to YouTube. So you run over here to YouTube to put all the content out again. Well, that's double re-victimizing. And I have proof that that's what's going on. And you want to say that the whole focus should be Michael and no one else, right? Well, Eve had a hashtag Michael Vaughan in her title yesterday, right? And said, fuck your feelings to Brandy and Tyler. And I didn't see her show one picture of Monkey yesterday. Not one. Did she talk about Monkey? She talked about how all she wants to do is help find him. Well, help finding him. I have a book that was done by Lady of Justice with Washington, D.C. It says what to do when your child's missing. And the one thing that it says to do is awareness. Keep the face out there. Get it sprayed everywhere. Facts matter. Hashtag canceled. Eve, hashtag canceled. You had your opportunity. I thought that maybe you would recognize what's going on and what you're doing, but you just want to terrorize victims of the worst nightmare they've ever lived in their life. You want to sit there and you want to re-victimize them. So you're hashtag canceled. I can't do it anymore. It's my mission, my goal. You're disgusting. This is about Michael. This is 100% about Michael. You want to use your platform to go over the Michael Vaughan case, and you want to sit there, you want to bash and re-victimize people that are already hurting, living the worst nightmare of their life. Hashtag canceled. You made your choice last night. I've sat back. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I sat back and said maybe her influencers, Dope Soul and Sleuthy Goosey, maybe her influencers of all of her information that she's getting, maybe they'd stop. Maybe they wouldn't push all the information. Maybe they don't even know that Eve was taking it. Here. Today's the day, right, Brandy? Today's the damn day. Hashtag canceled. If you want to stand up for what's right in this community, for the people that actually are here for the right purpose, it's called real crime community. Real lives, real crimes. You're dealing with real life people. This isn't TV where we have a TV episode and we're all acting. We're dealing with real people's lives. Worst nightmare that Brandy and Tyler and the rest of those kids and Bob all are going through. Yeah, it's not just Brandy. It's not just Tyler. It's not just Bob. You have 3 other kids that are living this every day. Yep. And I don't know what I'm so confused by sniffles and why every single live something else has to be made up as an excuse why you're always sniffing, why you always have allergies, why, I don't know, but the coming up and saying that you have allergies is not my business, not anything. Maybe you should go to a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but to me, either you have a sinus infection or a deviated septum or something. I don't know, but that's not my job. You should go to the doctor and see what's going on. It's been like almost 2 months now that you have sniffles every live, and I don't know. Maybe you have something else going on in your stuff, and maybe you should explain it. Maybe you don't have to. I don't really care. But I get tired of listening to it, and I don't really listen to it. It's just tiresome that there's a new excuse every single day about it. Let's bring facts to the table. So the victim bashing, the victim blaming, the attacking Michelle Walks that does very, very good research and is lying in I meant your home, not face. Sorry. Hold on. Brandy, you know me. It's nice to meet you. I have done nothing to you ever. It's sad that this has come to this when a little boy is gone from your home. Yeah, it is. And the constant cooperation with law enforcement by the actual Vaughan and Neal family is tremendous. I don't know another case that's out there where they cooperate how they are with law enforcement. I mean, facts are facts, right? So let's just do this real quick. Facts are facts. So what was this, last Monday? If you don't think that the Neal and Vaughan family don't deal not just with Fruitland Police Department. So I'm going to say just enough that I can't say everything, but I'm going to say enough that you can understand the perspective of what is working with law enforcement. So you have Fruitland PD that everybody wants to go and tear down now, right? Because this one bad cop or whatever the case is, whatever, I don't care. The thing is that, was it Monday? I think it was Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or maybe the Friday before or whatever. They don't only work with Fruitland PD. They also cooperate with FBI. They also cooperate with Idaho State Police. And I believe they spent like 6-7 hours. I could be misspeaking on the time frame. It could be longer. It could be like 9 hours that they were actually at the police department, doing what is right when you have a missing child. And that's giving full cooperation, giving them the permission to fully polygraph you or fully vet you, or I don't care how you want to say it, fully interrogate you, fully completely open up your life to them, completely take full control of your electronics, completely give them access to every single thing in your house, completely to trying to say this without there's some things I can't say, some things I can't talk about. But if you, as listeners out there, are listening to these other channels saying that they're not cooperating, they're not doing this, not doing that, but I think 6, 7, 8, maybe, okay, let's say it's 5 hours that they spent there. So 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours in one day at a police department helping try to find their son that has been abducted and has been confirmed by LE that it is an abduction case. I don't know if you guys know anything about Homeward Bound. The Homeward Bound program is works with abductions and trafficking people. So I use the word abduction because a lot of people don't understand what trafficking is. And when somebody gets abducted, sometimes they get trafficked, which trafficking means that they can be moved from one house to another. Doesn't mean that anything's being done to the person that is being trafficked. Do you want me to list out 6 points that support family is innocent and not involved? Or do you want me to schedule a broadcast? Point them out, Steve. I mean, Steve, you want to come up here? You're more than welcome to come up here. This link is for Steve and Steve only. And then I'm gonna go into my other stuff here in a minute. I'm tired of the victim bashing, the re-victimizing of victims. They're hurt, they're living their worst nightmare. I'm tired of it. and you want to continue to do it, I'm going to continue reporting you to YouTube as harassment, bullying, and re-victimizing a victim. And I have proof on every single video that you did. In harsh reality, all your old content that that you've already put up that came over from Twitter Spaces, I suggest that you, instead of re-victimizing and let me go get a cup of coffee. No problem, Steve, but that link's for you only. Right now, my real crime community, we team members, we talked about this before. I don't want any of them coming up here. Steve is a part of our little community we have. He's a retired detective. He is very more resourceful. I go to him for advice. I go to him for things that I want to understand from a law enforcement aspect. And we don't agree on everything, and we disagree on some things, and it's fine. But we don't air or broadcast that. And the thing is that harsh reality. So I'll get back to you. Sorry, I ran on to who Steve is. I'll get back to you, Harsh. You're re-victimizing when you already knew that they were victimized already on Twitter and left because they chose not to work with those people. Describes your character and describes who you are. So the thing is here, I suggest you take down your videos where you're re-victimizing people. So for one, I don't want to go through and mark them as harassment and bullying and re-victimizing, as I have screenshots of Discord where all the information is and where you used all the information from that was already publicly put out on a platform that was used as re-victimizing, retaliation against the family because they stopped working with people on Twitter. Yes, somebody will drop Steve's link for you. I'll give you the opportunity and the chance to take them down. You guys might not see me on YouTube for a couple days because it has now come to my attention that it's not right. And if I don't do anything about it, nobody's going to do anything about it. And this isn't a threat or a warning. This is a statement that this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you time to take down your videos and make what's right on the re-victimizing and harassing and antagonizing a family that's already living the worst nightmare of their life. And I'm going to give you the chance to do what's right. So you have from now, what is today? This isn't a threat or this isn't anything. I'm giving you time to do the right thing and take down your videos. Or I'll take my proof, my evidence of your Discord, of your Discord to take and show exactly what you're doing, and take that information and turn it into YouTube, and I will get the videos taken down. I will have a statement from the family. I will have the original content that came from Twitter that has some of it has been deleted. So you have a chance to do what's right, and I'll give you 24 hours. You choose to say fuck you to me. You choose to do all this other stuff to me when you misread a comment that I left for you on Twitter. I'm going to tell you right now, buddy, I'm giving you time to do what's right. And when you choose not to do it, I will go to YouTube. I will take my proof and evidence and give it to them. I will show the proof and evidence that you're re-victimizing them after they were already re-victimized on another social media platform because they chose to not work with the people that you're getting your information from. And that's called re-victimization. And re-victimization is like, is in my eyes, is called bullying and harassment. That's terrorizing somebody that's already going through the worst nightmare of their life. And I'm going to give you a chance to take down your videos. I'm going to give you a chance. At this point, your apology means shit. I don't care about an apology. It's time to clean up the street. It's time to do it the right way. what misinformation is actually being spread. The thing is that they have Twitter Spaces and are using, which we've all heard. I mean, I can play the Twitter Space stuff if you want. It's a mother that is completely trying to find her kid, and I would, if you had a missing child, you would do the same exact thing. I've spoken to mothers off panel, and I asked them, "Hey, if your child is going missing and Brandy speaks this way on these Twitter Spaces, is this something that you would do? You'd kick down every single door trying to find your child, right? You'd want to do anything and everything to find your child, right?" And they're like, yeah, I would probably be worse than what she was when she was on Twitter Spaces or privately being phone recorded on the phone. And the thing is that says, and it is trusted people close to me. They're not going to lie to me. They're not going to deter me into a motive or anything, because they didn't even know the reasoning why I was questioning it. So to have 10 people, Telling Stories with Audrey B, to have 10 people tell me that 10 women that have kids would do anything in their power, just justified why she was saying what she was saying and doing what she was doing over there. And they're flipping it in and driving a narrative. A narrative is a story that one tells to get their point across and keep it going, that this is how they want the direction of their channel to go. This is how they want the direction of their novel to go. This is their story. This is what they're telling, and they're sticking to it. So, Sully, I see you, and thank you very much. Without you, this platform wouldn't be here, and I appreciate you for everything that you do for me, Sully. I just want people to understand that when you drive a narrative, when you're re-victimizing victims that have already been re-victimized once, that's called disgusting behavior. That's called your character is shit. It's called you're not doing the right thing. You say it's all about Michael. You're saying it's all about this or all about that. You're over here bashing Michelle After Dark. You're over here. You give her all the information that you have. She debunks it. Then Eve goes on channel and wants to talk shit about Michelle Walks because she wants Michelle's viewers and to start up a thing in between them. So, hey, Steve, I'm going to add you, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm going to switch over to another camera. If you'll take me off right quick, I'll be right back.
All right. You're fine. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. I'm just tired of the re-victimizing, the victim bashing. You have a family that's hurt, and I'm hashtag canceled. That's it. I have the last. Steve, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. All right. I can see you in the back. Just when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. If you need the link again, just type it in chat real quick, or give me a thumbs down if you need the link. I can't see it. Okay, here you go, buddy. I'll give it in chat. I'll put it in regular chat or private. Regular chat. I gave you enough chances. I have stepped back. I've watched. I've researched some of the information that you were reading on one of your things. The mother of the missing child went to the article that you were actually reading. Hi, Lynn, my precious Lynn. The mother of the missing child, her name would be Brandy Neal, was watching you, Eve. She called me after your thing. I didn't see it. She called me and said, you read half and skipped over parts of an article to only show the statistics that you wanted to show. And she said, I was following along. I had the article pulled up. I was following along. Why does somebody do this? Why does somebody drive this narrative? Why do they leave out these other important parts of it? Why is she skipping over it and only reading certain parts of an article to the bad parts of what statistics show about parents, what statistics don't show about parents? Why is she skipping over half the article? Why is she reading one paragraph and then skipping the next one to go to the next one? Why is there more to the article that she doesn't even want to read? That's called driving a narrative. I don't care if you don't understand what driving a narrative is. One time I got told, what is a narrative? Well, whatever you want to call it, driving a narrative. Well, all of us are telling a story. Every person, every mother or missing family is telling their story of what is going on in their missing person case. They're telling their story. After they tell their story, yes, they have a narrative. They don't know it. The narrative just happens. All right, buddy. They tell their story. Yes, they have a narrative. They don't know it. The narrative. You got YouTube on someplace, Steve. You don't have to turn that off. But they're telling a story. They're telling their story. They're not driving a narrative because they're not even thinking about driving a narrative. But at the same time, every missing persons case, the parents speak out. There's a narrative there. And it's the narrative of their story, of their life, of what happened. And they're not driving it one way or another. They're telling you what their viewpoint is, how they feel, and what is going on. Now, creators take that information, build off of it, and speak a narrative to it, what their opinions are and stuff. And then you determine if you think that the parents are guilty. If they're not, you drive a narrative, which gets so disgusting that you've taken it to re-victimizing a parent, re-victimizing them after they're no longer, what did it say? They're no longer the focus of an investigation. And then he hugs them right after that, right? But you want to come back here and say, fuck their feelings, fuck who they are. And that ain't right. Hi, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Third time's a charm.
It is. For whatever reason, one camera's not working. And then when I flipped it off, I got disconnected a second time. So, but yeah, this is an interesting topic and accusations all around the board. And unfortunately, we see this throughout the web sleuth world where it's just absolutely unreal. And then you have this where everybody, and it's an easy route to start blaming families. The families, you know, these people that do that, you know, it isn't rocket science that can clear families. I mean, it's just using basic logic, which I'm going to go over some points here that are indicating that the family has no involvement whatsoever in this. And if people won't argue that, most certainly I'm willing to debate it. But this would be the arguments I would make, that if we were sitting down, law enforcement's around the table, and we're having a think tank, and we're discussing points of why or why not the family would be considered, these are the facts that I would bring up.
Go right ahead, buddy, because you're more knowledgeable than I am. You got, just give everybody a little background, because I got people in here that don't know who you are or what you've done about being a detective and stuff.
I had a 20-year law enforcement career. I'm a certified crime scene technician, worked everything from simple crimes to homicides, you know, and have, you know, done thousands of interviews, have seen just about everything you can see within the spectrum of law enforcement. And so I had a pretty good career, pretty successful. And now that I'm retired from law enforcement, I've decided to come into the web sleuth world and try to share as much information as I can, and trying to get people to look at stuff logically and in a organized way. You know, and that's the only advantage that, or at times it's an advantage, that law enforcement has over the general thinking processes of what people are not trained in investigative techniques that they may miss, and for whatever reason, or they choose to ignore. But, you know, like I said, it's not rocket science that of how law enforcement addresses these issues. I mean, and once you see what we're talking about, even with this timeline, that we have, because we have a very short window of opportunity for the abduction. But the same thing goes for that short window of abduction. It's a very short window to cover up a crime. And so we have to approach it that from that angle. And that's the points that I'm going to be covering, that, you know, the neighbors last saw, and anyone can correct me as we go back to this, that it was around, I believe it's around 6:45, somewhere around that period, 6:40 to 6:45, that one of the neighbors actually brought him home. But other neighbors also had seen Michael in the neighborhood during that time frame. And so if you give that the starting point of a timeline of last known proof of life, then we go and that's our standard of when we start the countdown of the abduction or of the cover up. So if he's seen, if Monkey is seen at 6:45, and then the father is seen on the near the splash pad on a video. I believe that's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a security camera around 7 o'clock. He's seen driving through the neighborhood. Okay, so we got a 15-minute window right there, and within that 15-minute window, that how could a man be able to cover up a crime, clean up a murder that had happened, or whatever, disposal of within a 15-minute window, with the additional supporting evidence that he had a phone on him. Law enforcement would look at that phone because he did make phone calls while he's in the vehicle doing the search. That is data that can be searched and can be tracked and would be searched, that his phone is on. Now, if his phone was turned off or something, if law enforcement was looking at, they would say, okay, within this window of opportunity, from the last time that we have proof of life to the time that he is gone, 15 minutes, trying to cover up a crime is almost virtually impossible. I mean, that's something that, from the law enforcement perspective, that you just wouldn't do. Then you have the supporting evidence that they called 911 within easily within 30 minutes of his disappearance.
7:21. He left the house around 7 p.m. and then 7:21 is when they called law enforcement.
Okay, so let's look at it from the perspective that, okay, the family did have some involvement. No one in the world knew that he would have been killed by a family member. They had all the time in the world to delay and could absolutely not even say that he's missing. And they could have cleaned and done all this stuff, which is supportive that he had no involvement. Because if you just kill somebody, you want to delay the response of law enforcement until everything is cleared, everything is cleaned, and you have alibis established for when and where you are. Because nobody would have known that he was injured or otherwise. These are things that when you look at it, that it makes logical sense that you have a concerned father looking for his child. He makes contact, not only with 911, but prior to that, I believe he made a phone call to his wife a time or two, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
And so the phone's on and active. And, and so we know the location of at least these two family members. They're not together. They're separated. They're making phone calls. That data is going to be able to be tracked. And then when you add all that in from the cell phone data and everything, the camera that's on the roadway, that I don't know exact location from what residence it is, but I'm pretty sure it may or may not be, but I don't know if there's a sign in the yard saying that there's a security camera videotaping or videoing all vehicles going up and down this road or not, or if there's an entryway that says that, because there's only so many limited areas that you could have disposed of someone within that short time window. Doesn't make sense. It's virtually impossible that law enforcement wouldn't have been able to find him, or he would have, that phone data would show that, we went to the river or we went certain areas. They would be able to track that. We don't have that. They would have searched the house. They brought the canines in. All this evidence stacked upon itself. There's nothing showing us that anything leads back to that residence. But that's just my 2 cents, and that's the argument I would make at a think tank around the tables. That you've got to come up with some more evidence other than that. Well, he's the last one that saw him alive. No, I believe some of the neighbors, plus whoever the abductor is the last ones that saw him alive.
My chat is being savages today.
Oh, they angry at me?
No, they're not angry at you. They're just have blinders on, like, you know how you put blinders on a horse
Uh-huh.
and they can't see left or right. They only see what's presented to them in front of them like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, they need to open those blinders up so that they can see all aspects of what's going
Well,
on.
well, I mean, like I said, we're only looking at a 30-minute window. You don't commit the perfect crime within 30 minutes and virtually no evidence and nobody, nothing. I mean, it's a harsh way of looking at it from law enforcement, but that's what we do. We look at it and we argue the points of which way it should be. What evidence do we have that supported that we have a father looking for a child? We don't have a father that's looking for cleaning the house, cleaning the car out. We don't have that. We've got neighbors that saw him. We got proof of life at a certain time. And then we have that if something did happen, all they had to do would be say, okay, I've got to cover us up. And what time does the wife come home, or where is she, or whatever, and not call 911 until someone shows up and says, hey, where's Michael? And at that point, you maximize. Guilty people don't call law enforcement at the first opportunity. They want time to react, process, clean, separate themselves from the crime scene, not to minimize it.
Yep. Hold on here 1 second. I'm just grabbing something here real quick. So you listen to so we're going to get into what I am going to be discussing here. And you're more than welcome to stay up here, Steve, because we're going to go to the recording here. I am going to go back to the beginning here. We're going to play the first parts of this. I'm going to take notes while I'm listening to it, and then we're going to map it out here. So the first part is hold on 1 second. I need to get these other things first. Hold on 1 second. I got to open up my Facebook real quick. Am I frozen? Are you frozen?
No, I'm fine. I'm just reading through some of the chat. I'm trying to familiarize myself with what's going on here.
You're fine. I'm just trying to send myself so I can bring these pictures up so we can lead into this phone conversation here real quick. Hold on here 1 second. I'm pulling them up on my other screen here. So before we get into the babysitter's phone conversation here with her friend, I want to bring up what led into it. Well, as they hold on there 1 second. You can talk about anything you want there, Steve.
Yeah, like I said, I'm reading through some of the chat and stuff. Like I said, law enforcement and, as a community, we have such a opportunity that we can come together and work these cases. But the reason that law enforcement doesn't want to, in some cases, is of course, all the drama that can come from it. We've got to be able to do better and learn how to do better. What that course will be, I don't have any idea. But at some point, and there's nothing wrong with debate. I absolutely believe that we should debate it, but we should do it in a logical manner and go back to the old ways of that people can sit down and have an honest conversation and try to weigh it out, because somewhere within the middle of all these opinions is the truth. And I try to look at from my logical point of view and my training and look at very basic. And, I've worked homicides that, there was a lot of depth of deception involved. And sometimes there's no deception involved. It's just you get there, it's a smoking gun. It's quite obvious what happened. And, someone saw it, someone called in, and they're sitting there waiting for you. And there's different manners of homicide. Some, that I investigated, some of it's justified, some of it's not. It depends on the circumstances. But most certainly, when you look at how people constantly attack and don't think out the thought process, it's disheartening.
Yeah. So after my recording last time of my live, or my video of the recording of the babysitter in a timeline, you had personally asked me on the phone. You asked me like the people that were talking in the conversation. So
yes.
I want to bring up how that phone call happened now so that you can understand what's going on here.
Sure.
So this message that's up here, the one with the icon on the one in the gray messages, the one in the purple is a friend of the babysitter. This is what led up to this recorded phone call. So I'm going to show you things, and these are made public. They're on Twitter already. I grabbed them from Twitter. I want people to understand Brandy Neal. So like I told you before the show, there's a part in this show that I don't want you to be here because I don't want you to be what we're going to talk about, because you already know what's in these messages. But for the sake of your feelings, if you need to take a step back, because I'm being respectful here, I am going to cover some of the things that a normal person that knew this little boy would not say. And they're pretty graphic. And if you could step away for a few minutes, hopefully you're out there listening to me. And this is the time to step away. Just give me 2 minutes and I'll go over these. Then you don't have to hear it. Okay. So you don't have to relive it. Okay. I'm going to read these. So this is the conversation. This, my husband is an Aspie, which I don't know what the term Aspie means. I think it means Asperger's or autistic. I don't know, but Aspie is highlighted here. So kids and him clash hard, which is one of the reasons I rarely had the kids there. Plus, he works from home. Any additional noise to house made him less than happy. The friend says something. There's doxing information here, personal information there. He says they are annoying. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that was one of my favorite sitter became babysitter idiots. So many of them. Your husband is mostly right. I don't deal with the jerk kids. Most of mine had less than savory lives, single moms, drugs, and alcohol. So I'm going to go over here and let's see here real quick. I don't deal with jerks. This is one that was copied out. The information that was on both sides of this was irrelevant. Thank you. I have the originals as well, Steve. But thank you. I don't think he's been in the area since hour one. They're talking about Monkey here. So this is the babysitter's icon. Thank you. I don't think he's been in the area since hour one. By then, I believe he was in Nampa and then through Utah and Colorado down to Texas and across the border. All right. Oops. It's not far, only what five. So that was said in a private conversation. It's maybe that's after this one. I might have put it in the wrong order, but the babysitter said it's not far, only 5 houses. Take him 20 seconds to run that far. The scent on the highway, I mean. Yeah, I have theories on that as well. I'm sure by the time whomever had him had to roll the windows down, I'm sure he was so scared by the point that he soiled himself. Again, only what I believe from listening to the responders and handlers. This is the friend says, so how the hell they not deem it an abduction from the start? By the time, this is the babysitter, by the time he was spotted in Nampa, they had removed his boxers. Okay, this is going to be a trigger warning, Brandy, please leave. So by the time he was spotted in Nampa, they had removed his boxers. He was being held at the pump in just his t-shirt. He was also not very alert, severe shock, question mark, drugged, question mark. I don't know. But they were looking for my vehicle, not a white Honda Pilot. I really hope that they went back through that footage with the new info. But I am doubtful they looked once. That's enough, right? I don't know what the significance of this is. I think this is where cell phone towers and where pings were and where her vehicle exactly was at the time that she posted the picture of his exact clothing description on a community post. And I think that that's what this is. I'm not sure. I just know that there's some relevancy to this and what, oh, sorry, Lynn. But this is out there publicly. This is what led up to the phone call, and I needed people to see it firsthand. So since that child has gone missing, so this is another explanation here. So she says this is what, December 28th at 1:37 a.m. in the morning. Since that child has gone missing, I've lost 40 pounds, lost my hair, had to chop it off due to a giant dreadlock against my scalp. No hot water for a month, plus the night terrors. I left my husband, changed careers, but I finally woke up. Last one here. This is not the conversation of them speaking. This is a conversation with somebody else that I found on Twitter. I thought was relevant. I have no idea what is like, what the babysitter is like now, because I haven't seen her in 14 years. But she was a terrible mother. There were, and I'm just reading what was put out there on social media. I don't know her. I don't know if she's a terrible mother. I don't know if she is or if she isn't. And I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to try to get, what do you call this? Victimology. We're trying to get everything to put in what the pattern are. So trying to get to know who they are. That's why this is coming out here. So, but she was a terrible mother. There were many reasons she almost gave custody to blank, whatever that was. But the babysitter and that blank at the time got into an argument. Like I said, she changed her mind and never saw them again. This woman used to strap her toddler into a car seat on the living room floor and tell blank, who was something or something at the time, to lock the door and not let anyone in besides her so she could go to the bar all night, is what that says. So just a little, what do you call that, Steve?
I mean,
Understand?
I don't know what the full context of all these are, how they're linked and all the other stuff. But of course, it's just pieces of evidence indicative of one way or the other, and in what context are they. But there is, I'm sure at some point, I'd appreciate if me and you get together.
No, I know there's some things in here that are, I know there's some things in here that are, that you probably already are, whatever, but we won't do that to the public. I don't want to do that to the public.
And that's what I'm saying is that before I start just, winging this and that, I like to see it in as clear context and full information as I can. don't want to work off of, you know, there's certain training aspects of and indicators and so much, but just like when I gave the presentation about what are indicators showing that there was no family involvement, you know, and what my argument would be about that is from what I've looked at it for the last week and understand about the crime scene. But this here, like I said, I've only seen this for 5 minutes. I just need it in its full context.
Yeah, I actually, I've had that for a while, behind the scenes, but somebody pointed out to me that it was already out there, and you were asking what's the context of this video, the recording that I have that I played the little smidget of, and you said, what's the relationship? And that's what built up, those texts built up to this recording. Just so everybody understands, this is why the person that was in those text messages or messenger, whatever that was, this is why they called them. I'm just going to play a little bit of it here so that you understand that this is the real recording. And then I'm going to skip ahead a little bit into it. And then I'm going to take notes while it's playing so that I can map some of it out. What time is it? 11:22. So 12:22 your time. I just want to give ourselves a little bit of time because we are going on another panel today as well. But I'm going to play a little bit of this here so you guys hear the what led up to this phone conversation was those text messages.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't know how you got up and went to work this morning. So I was looking through screenshots.
Hold on one second. I was going through this in speeds. So we will go to 1 speed. Sorry, I'm muting back out so that you don't hear an echo here. If you want me to pause it at any time or anything, just let me know. I was just going to play it and then try to write down notes here and try to figure this out. So.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't know how you got up and went to work this morning. We were up late. I slept until like 10:30.
I don't even want to hear about it. I did not sleep. I think back until 4. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I think I finally like nodded it off.
Oh, wow.
Probably about like 5:30 and then skipped 2 alarms.
Yikes.
7:20. Mad panic. That was great.
So I'm a direct person. So I'm going to cut to the thing I wanted to ask you that I was telling you I didn't want to ask in text just because I don't want you to think like I'm accusing you. I know I was thinking about it last night with all the harassment you're getting and the rumors and stuff. I think part of the problem is the timeline. You were telling me that's the one thing you were holding back because it looks bad.
I are the only ones who know what my timeline is.
Yeah, and I don't plan on, like I told you, I'm not going to repeat anything we talk about. So I was going through screenshots last night after we got off the phone, just trying to like track back down, because people were like, "Oh well, there's inconsistencies and da da da," and I remember you had said that you got the call from Brandy at 9:24. So I was looking through screenshots last night, and there is a screenshot where you'd posted for community help. It tagged you like in New Plymouth at 8:40 or 8:57. And I was like, that's probably one of the reasons why, because these screenshots float around in these groups. And I don't know if any of these people personally know your real timeline or, like I'm sure the parents probably do. But
it had to have been 9:57. And that makes sense that it would have tagged me in New Plymouth because I was rushing back from New Plymouth, from Nampa to get to Fruitland.
Mm-hmm. So you just like stopped, like maybe just like on the side of the road?
We were on the freeway. That's just where my phone happened to be for my location.
Oh, gotcha. So your husband left when you left, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why it's posting that as 8:57, but yeah, that might be like one
Somebody
thing.
probably doctored that.
Somebody what?
Somebody had to have doctored that.
I don't know. I can send it to you. It's somebody had shared your post and your original post said 8:57. So I was like, maybe,
Specific time.
or I was thinking maybe the time you got the call from Brandy was off. Like maybe you were just mistaken on what time that was.
Nope, absolutely not.
So it was for sure 9:24. That's
Mhm.
weird. But I think
And
that's one of those
the only-
things, you know, that
the only way how that would have happened is if somebody screenshotted it from their phone at 8:57. So let me go ahead and
here, let me find it and I'll send it to you while we're on the phone here. I'm going to put you on speaker
Okay.
just for a second so I can look.
Hold on one second. I got to address somebody over here in chat. Crystal. At Crystal Jewel, everyone knows that already. I just want the full story out about the babysitter, not just what you want out, because we all know you're the one who leaked all this. Let me tell you something here. I'm not going to play some parts of this recording because I can't. Because there's stuff in here that should not be shared publicly. And I'm not going to. This is about Monkey and about nothing else. This recording here, we're going down the list of where the babysitter said she was. This doesn't make sense to me. The comments that she left in her other stuff doesn't make sense to me. I'm on panel with a retired detective here. We're going to break down a timeline. And some of the stuff here, if you want everything out, that's fine. No problem. You see, this is my Dropbox, right? This has been turned into the FBI, not the recording, the screenshots. Oh, no problem, Crystal. I'm sorry. I wasted time. Sorry. I don't have all of, like, I have them, but I work a bunch of cases. I do like 100. I did showed 170 missing kids one day. I work a lot of cases as well as other people. So trying to help other families as well as trying to work this case. So we'll get back. Yeah, exactly. We've all heard Crystal recordings for the last 6 months. Now let's start listening to some truth. Yes, indeed. All right, Steve. Sorry to take focus off here. We're getting back to what we're doing. I'm not watching chat. Lana, go ahead and address whatever you need to in chat. I know you know just as much as I do. You too, CJ. Okay.
Look for that screenshot. Because I was just thinking about that and I'm like, I definitely, you know, I don't think you're involved. I think that it's one of those things that before, if in case, you know, you decide to release your timeline or in case anything like that comes out in the future, like you're probably not aware because you haven't been a part of like missing groups, but that's the kind of stuff that people will tear apart and prosecute you for, you know.
Yeah, let me tell you, they were having fun with me, which is why my girlfriend, as soon as she saw everything was happening, she's like, girl, we are locking you down right now.
Yeah, because you don't think about it at the time. And then, yeah, I mean, in the other case I followed, like everybody was accused, everybody. And
What the fuck?
at the end of the day, they never did solve that case. It was the Dior Kuntz case. I don't know if you heard of that one. Then,
no, you know what? I'm looking at this right now, and you are absolutely correct. It says that I posted at 8:57 p.m.
Oh, you found it?
You actually posted this at, I know posted this at 9:57.
Yeah, so that's just weird. And that's why I was like, I want to ask you about it, but I don't want to just do it in a text and seem like, oh, by the way, that's inconsistent, you know.
You know what? The only thing I can think of is like when we went through the time zone change, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know because Yeah, I don't know how that would work because that's pretty far away from when we changed times. I'm not sure. I just know that was like one thing I started thinking about, and I was like, well, I know you were saying you kind of hope that it does come out, and I'm just thinking like you probably don't want to just come out with stuff that because it's really not the public's business anyway. If the FBI have your information, but that could also be something they're looking at too, like, oh, hey, well, she's saying she didn't get this call till 9:24, and yet she's posting about this at 8:57, and then I think it was deleted or something after that is what I had heard. So I don't know. It just makes it look
What was deleted?
the
No,
post.
none of my stuff is deleted. I just blocked stuff.
Oh, gotcha. So
I would hide it, and I only left some of it out. Nothing is actually deleted. Okay, now wait a minute. Let me go into my phone.
So what time was this
and
event supposed to be? Like the pool
What?
tournament? How long was that? Like what time were you supposed to be there type of thing and leave?
So we were supposed to actually be there at 7:30. We got there about 7:40. I stayed in the car smoking an extra cigarette while I finished talking to Jules. Now, Jules lives in frickin' Australia, so we were talking via Discord. Let's see here. And I told her flat out, I'm like,
So that doesn't leave you a lot of time to be the responsible person anyway, because you had left your house at like 6:15, went to the gas station, which I'm sure they have footage of.
by then he was already missing and being searched for.
Yeah. So yeah, and then it's like a 40 because this was in Nampa, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like I just want to clarify that because of all the rumors swirling around you, and I think I pinned.
It's buffering. Sit tight for 1 second. And no, we're not going to show this whole thing. I can't. There's important details and a whole bunch of stuff in here. So I can only show so much to go over a timeline based off of the information that that is in here. And to get this going here, I don't know why it's spinning. Hold on here 1 second. I'm going to try to play it again. Let's see what happens.
Smoking an extra cigarette while I finished talking to Jules. Now, Jules lives in frickin' Australia, so we were talking via Discord. Let's see here. And I told her flat out, I'm like,
So that doesn't leave you a lot of time to be the responsible person anyway, because you had left your house at like 6:15, went to the gas station, which I'm sure they have footage of.
by then he was already missing and being searched for.
Yeah. So yeah, and then it's like 40 because this was in Nampa, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like I just want to clarify that because of all the rumors swirling around you, and I think I pinned.
Hold on 1 second. This thing's buffering, but this weird. It never happens to me. So maybe there's some reason why it's buffering. I don't know. Hold on here. It's coming back up. Just give me 1 second.
It may be that my camera and I'm on. If you want me to just watch off in a way, I will, and we'll get back and create.
Okay, that's fine. Because I want to bring up the
And,
map because I have from Payette to. I want to draw this out in the map just to
Okay.
see.
Well, I'll get back to you later on it, but just send me the information and we'll analyze and we'll create.
Okay,
And
perfect. And then we'll schedule a live to go over the pinpoints and everything and the reasoning why we're doing this, where the cell towers are and everything. So,
yeah, because like I said, until I get all the information and put it in proper context, I'd just be speaking out of school, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye. Sorry about this, guys. Hold on here 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like, I just want to clarify that because of all the rumors swirling around you. And I think I pinned oh, by the way. Yeah, and then it's like a 40, because this was in Nampa, correct? Theory. And you know, it's really hard to see the face, but you can tell it's a actual. You keep your mouth shut. You don't, you know, accuse people or make public comments, you know, that are going to be harmful. Because at the end of the day, he's a 5-year-old and he needs to be found. And, you know, people chasing their tails down all these other like rabbit holes, it's not really helpful. Because there's only one theory that's correct, you know.
Yeah, it's been getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like there can only be one truth. Like, and honestly, like I wish the Honda Pilot would have been released sooner because, like I said, walking the streets on the old maps might have like revealed something. Now with it all being updated, I don't know. And I kind of wondered if the police or LE have any control over Google and maybe ask them to do an updated canvassing of that area where he went missing so they can look at maps. You know, I don't know. Or maybe it was just time for Google to like update those pictures. But honestly, after seeing that Honda Pilot, like I do believe your theory. And, you know, it's really hard to see the face, but you can tell it's a man's face and he's got strong features. He's got a strong nose, cheeks.
All right, we're going to stop right there, but I'm going to show you some things. So we're going to connect some dots here. We're going to play around on, I can't release any more of this video. There is some other stuff in here where it's doxing people, where, it's a conversation with here. I'm going to turn on my camera so you can see me. So it's a conversation between two friends, and there's information in there that's doxing people. And you see that I'm just going to put this out there. You see that the person that's speaking to her, trying to get her timeline straightened up. She says, "I do believe your theory." So there, it was said that this was a theory, right? So that they're basing this off of theories. So how much of theories are truth, I don't know, but this is something to help find the little monkey. This needs to be explored out. It may be ruled out. It may be ruled in. I don't know, but it's something that I personally have had for a while. I have, it's made me not sleep. It's made me go over it. I've probably listened to this thing 500, 600 times. It's time to do a map. I'm going to show you where we're talking about. I'm going to show you where the time changes. And I want to, babysitter, you're more than welcome to come up here. I want to understand how you can live in Idaho for as long as you have, and you don't know where the time changes are. And I don't know what time this recording was at. Was it at 12 o'clock at night? Was it at 4 o'clock in the morning? Was it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I don't know. All I know is if you live in Idaho and you were in Idaho at the time that you posted that thing, then you know for damn sure that there's no time change there. So I don't understand why you even brought that up. Maybe you weren't thinking correctly. I don't know. But I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to run my timelines. I'm going to run my stuff. Babysitter is still in Idaho too. I'm going to do my due diligence for Michael here. So we have a timeline that is being formed. I have the address of where she left to go to the gas station. So we're going to do that next. And then we're going to figure out what gas station she went to. And then we're going to figure out how far it is from Payette to Nampa. And then at 8:57, how far, if they got there at 7:40 and she posted that at 8:57, that's an hour. We're going to play some, try to figure this out here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best ability. I'm doing it live for a reason, because I want to show you kind of what it takes to do it. And then I'm going to tighten it up in the background. If anybody wants to help or anything, in my Discord is where I will be tightening it up underneath the Michael Vaughan tab in my Discord. I will be taking suggestions or taking other people's viewpoints and collaborating it together and getting it so that we are factual here to get this broken down. So just give me a second. I want to close out. This is a 1 hour and 41 minute phone conversation. I've listened to it probably 500 times. I just want the facts to get out here. I am by no way saying one way or another. I just want to look at a timeline here. Things don't add up to me. There was a post that was made, which I'll bring up the post here in a minute. I don't understand, and I'm trying to understand. I don't understand this whole thing and why a timeline of somebody's has to be brought up. Hold on here 1 second. I don't want to dox myself. Let's go to Google Maps. And anybody that's entering into my Discord right now, you're going to be in a welcome center until I verify who you are. So you will be in the welcome center. The recording that I have is not in there and will never be in there. All that's going to be used in there is information that's grabbed from social media platforms so that they can take a look at it to see what's going on, missing people's posters and people's thoughts on Hi Kit. Natasha, hello. I know personally, hold on here 1 second. I know personally because I am siphoned in on account. I no longer can change password on and have people asking me questions such as question asked in the video. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but hold on here 1 second while I bring up Google Maps. There is another part in the conversation that I chose not to play because it's too hard to, and when I do finalize my map, the other part in the video will come out where she goes back to the whole time change thing, where they're talking about families, talking about Buggy, talking about other people in the community, talking about their other friends. There's a lot of names in there, and I don't want to dox somebody that doesn't need to be doxed, that has nothing to do with this, that they're talking about and how they're a bitch or whatever it is that they're saying. I don't want to dox them, and I want to be able to cut it out with a program and be able to edit it so that I am holding the integrity of that person and respecting the other individuals that they're talking about in here. But I will show on the actual thing and play it. No worries, Steve. We'll talk offline. I will actually show you in the actual timeline and play it from the timeline. But I have to use editing software so that I don't dox somebody or put misinformation of somebody else that is in the video. That's why I kind of stopped it where I did, and then showed a little place where I did, so that you know there are certain things that are being discussed in here, and I only showed you enough for a reason, because there's more information in there that is very important. And I hope that you guys respect my integrity. But now we're going to get to, hold on here 1 second. Let me just get the address here. 1 second. Oh, and YouTube creators that are trying to go to Idaho. I hope you're here watching. If you're not, people that know that which ones are going, I would like to converse with them. I would like them to take my little thing and do their own little video on it. I encourage the ones that are going there to do it. You can play the timeline. You can run your own timeline of events based off of the information that I put out, and then do your research and come up with some stuff. If you want to connect with me on questions or plans or whatever, let me know. My email is truecrimelevitt@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter. You can direct message me there. I'm also on Facebook. You can direct message me there. I'm also on TikTok. I also have an Instagram. You guys know how to get a hold of me. If you want to do a think tank, I can't tell you everything that I know, but I can tell you some stuff that is public, that if you want to cover the Michaels case and want to get into some mapping and some other stuff, I am willing to talk with you. There is some things that I'd love to know more out if you're traveling there to do some stuff. To help out. There is some stuff that I would love to tell you before you go that are boggling my mind in the case. So definitely let's get I just had to get this address real quick. Hold on 1 second. Well, just bear with me for a second. I'm doing something here. I don't know what. Oh. Hold on here 1 second. I'm trying to get a picture for you of one of the locations that she went to. Hold on here. I don't want to dox anybody. So use my little tool here. So here's the pool hall right here. I want to be able to see my chat. All right. So here's the pool hall. It's called Kickback in Nampa. So, oh, look, there's a camera. Can I zoom in here? So there's a camera right there, right above the door. No under 21 allowed. It's called Kickback Bar. This is where they played pool in Nampa. That's what the outside of the place looks like. Hold on here 1 second, and then I'm opening up my Google Maps, and I'm not going to dox the location of where this is, but I need to get at least onto the block in Payette. So at the time, this was her address. Hold on here 1 second. All right. This is so here's my thing. I'm not going to dox anybody. This is not the exact address. This is close enough to perform what I need to perform here. So at 4:15, we leave from this address and pay it. I'm sorry, 4:15. I'm sorry, let me back up. So we leave at 6:15 from here. Says 6:15, go to gas station. So where's our gas station here? So what gas station? Anybody in chat that knows what gas station? I'm looking for a gas station here. Anybody see a gas station? Albertsons, McDonald's. Let me take this off for a second. I'm gonna find a gas station. All right, so here is some gas stations. So we go over here from St. John. So we go from over here. We got a gas station here. Hold on 1 second. Let's go directions. So that's 6 minutes. Right? Oh, 3 minutes by car this way. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. So 3 minutes to go there. So 6:15, 3 minutes. Let's see here. Let's go from add a destination. Fruitland. So the only thing I know is we went to go get 6:15. So 3 minutes to go there. Let's say it takes 2 minutes in the store. So 6:15. You leave the house at 6:15. It takes you 3 minutes. So you're looking at 6:18 to 6:20, right? By the time, just let's throw that out there. So 6:15, 6:18 to 6:20. All right. So now so let's say they leave there by 6:20 to 6:25, right? So 6:25, right? So here we're going to show going from there to the gas station, then to here. So 13 miles or 13 minutes. So 13 minutes. So 6:25. So 6:25 and 10 is 6:35, right? 6:35 and 3 is 6:38, right? So 6:38. So that's at 13 minutes. So we have 6:38 p.m., right? So we have 6:38 p.m. and then let's give it to 6:40. Let's say traffic. Let's say something happened. Let's say that they went back home. So to get from this address in Payette over to this address in Fruitland, if you left this address at 6:15 to go to this gas station here, I don't know if this is the right gas station. There was 2 more gas stations that were within 3 minutes of the house. So you got 6:15. So 6:15, 3 minutes is 6:18, right? And I'll put this all onto a timeline of mine. So you have 6:18, right? And so 6:18 to get from 6:15, 6:18 here. And then we got to get from this Shell gas station without going back home, you have 13 minutes to get here. Well, that would put you there between 6:38 and 6:40. Maybe 6:47. Just throwing that out there. There's some other things. Well, this gas station is a Shell. It should have a camera there. But I wanted to show you going to this address, which is Arizona Southwest 9th Street. So you're looking at 6:38 and 6:40 here. What was this is interesting because this is the first time I've done this. So we're talking 6:15 to leave from address where somebody was known to be staying, which that's not the address, but close enough. And then here is 3 minutes. I'm being as most accurate as I can without doxing somebody. So you have Payette to Shell is 3 minutes. So that's 3 minutes. So really it's 16 minutes, or it's 13 minutes round trip, maybe. I don't know. But that would put you there at 6:38 to 6:40 at that address. So hold on here 1 second. I just want to look at something here. Michelle After Dark. But if you guys get your hats on, let's do some thinking here. Michelle After Dark. I respect you and your channel. You're more than welcome to take what I have in the recording and do your own timeline because your timelines are great. That's what I'm bringing up right now is your timeline. We can take a look at this because I got leaving here, going to here is around 6:38 to 6:40, right? So we need to go to Michelle's timeline here real quick. Give me 1 second here. I don't want that one. I want this one. Oh, and Ikmal, if you're watching, I got your message. No problem. I have somebody that was in the spaces thing this morning. I'll reach back out to you. All right. So we have 6:15 left here. Went to the gas station. Let's say that's 5 minutes. So that puts you at 6:15, 5 minutes to 6:20. From Shell to 9th Street in Arizona would be 13 minutes. So let's put that at 15 because of traffic. So you have 6:20, so you have 6:30. So you're looking at 6:35, 6:38 by the time you probably left if you chit-chatted in the gas station. I would love for Michelle to take a look at the babysitter's timeline and evaluated it. Yes, indeed. And I'm opening that up to Michelle. I did send her an email to check out this live today because I am not as educated. This timeline that she did right here is impressive. And I'm doing this, what I'm doing right now, for a reason so that she can help me. The only way I know how to get her to help me is by showing her what I'm looking at. So we have 6:15 to left the house around 6:15. Could have been 6:20, but you have 5 minutes to a Shell gas station. Then you have 13 minutes over to here. That would put you there at 6:35 to 6:38, right? But you didn't go there that day, right? So let's take where Napa is then. But this is 6:47. This is 6:40. It's between 6:40 and 7 p.m., right? Is the time frame. Okay, so that's really interesting. Coincidence, maybe. I don't know. But you have 13 minutes. That would put you at that address. Just, I'm speculating here. I'm running down rabbit holes. So you have 6:15. You go to 6:20 to get cigarettes. You left the house then. Then you were on the way to the pool tournament, which you said that time zone change, but you got to the pool hall at 7:30. Or you were supposed to be there at 7:30, but you got there at 7:40 is what you said. So just a scenario, I'm running through scenarios here. If you were to go from your house to here, you would be there at 6:40, 6:38 to 6:40, right? 6:35. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so now let's go to the pool hall in Napa. Hold on one second. Let me get the address real quick. So we'll go we'll add that into my timeline here real quick. So we're going to go kickbacks, right? Kickback bar in Nampa, Idaho. Gray Hughes, if you're seeing this, I'd be more than willing to come onto your panel and lay out the details here, or you do it yourself and get the details here. Kickback bar and barbecue. I just want to clarify that this is correct. Hold on here one second. I just need to check my source here real quick on the verified address. 145. So that's it. So the 145 on there. So that's got to be this address here. Where'd my Google Maps go? So I'm going to add this to the screen one second. I just want to take the address here, plug that in, added another location. Alrighty. Let's make sense. Let's do some due diligence here. So we got, let's zoom in here a little bit. So we have left the house at 6:15, around 6:15. So around 6:15, maybe 6:10, maybe 6:20, you left the house. Went to the gas station to get cigarettes. That's the closest gas station. Doesn't mean you went there, but the rest of them are real close around there. So 6:15 to 6:20, left, went there. Then you're here at this dot between 6:50 and 6:45. one of those things, what I say, 6:38 to 6:45, something like that. If you were ever here, I don't know. I'm just putting that in there because then we have 51 miles. So let's keep it easy. So let's say you were at that address at let's say 6:30. Let's say 6:35. You were at that address. So 6:35. An hour would be 7:35. 51 minutes would be would put you there at like 7:30, 7:40, like how you really got to the pool hall. So here's the pool hall address. So putting this all together, you said you were supposed to be at the pool hall at 7:30, but you got there at 7:40. But if I map this all out correctly, by stopping off at this address in Fruitland, it matches up with getting there at 7:40. So now what I want to do is I want to take this address out here real quick. We want to take that address out. We want to go here. Hold on one second. X that out. So let's see. Go to the gas station at 6:15. I'm just doing scenarios here. I'm doing a think tank thing here. So let's see here. I don't know. I'm going to drop a link. Hold on here one second. I want to, if anybody else wants to come in here while I'm doing this, LE has said family is not focused. Brandy being at work was confirmed. Well, we're doing a timeline on where the babysitter was that day and what she was doing. This isn't about Brandy. This is about Michael Vaughan. This is about the babysitter. We need to confirm the timeline to make sure that the timeline adds up with where she said that she was. And then we're going to go back to where she made the post at and see if that adds up as well and why they were heading back when they didn't know until 9:24. So that doesn't make sense to me, and I'm showing you. On my screen here, I'm showing you. So if oh, interesting. Thank you. Hold on here one second. I just got sent something. Oh. September 14th, 2021 was when the account was made. Interesting. So, wow. Interesting. Anyways, what we're going to do is so 48 minutes without traffic details here. So 48 minutes, leave the house at 6:15, 6:20, right? Have a pool tournament or a pool game at 6:30 at the pool hall. So if you go from your house to the gas station, I don't know if your husband was with you or not, but you got cigarettes and you had to be there at 6:30 or 7:30. You had to be there at 7:30. There's no time change here anyways. I just wanted to point that out. There's no time change here. Nowhere close to any time change. Anyways, for you ones in the back, there you go. Anyways, so I got 6:15 left the house. Go to the gas station. That's 5 minutes. So that's 6:20. 6:20 and 50 minutes is let's say that they spent a little bit more time going. Well, let's say it this way: 6:15, 5 minutes to go to the gas station to get cigarettes, to gas or whatever to get going on your way. So you're talking 6:20, right? 6:20 and 50 minutes is what? 50 and 20 is 70. So that puts you there at So an hour, let's go backwards. So 6:20, so 7:20, but that would have left you short. So you would have showed up to Napa at the thing at like 7:15, right? And you said you're supposed to be there at 7:30, but you got there at 6:40. So that doesn't make sense. If you left the house at 6:15, went to the gas station for 5 minutes, let's say worst case scenario, 10 minutes, you said you're supposed to be at the pool hall at 7:30, but you got there at 6:40. It says 48 minutes to the pool hall from going to that gas station. And maybe you went to a different one. I don't know. I just want to point this out that you would have ended up being there early at like 7:15 or maybe 7:20 or right at 7:30. There's no way that you would have been there at 7:40. You would have gotten there before. There's no way. Unless you went back home, or I don't know. You didn't say that in your thing. And then you also said, so we're gonna do one more thing here. So New Plymouth, you made a post and you were in New Plymouth at 8:15 or 8:57. In that recording, I didn't hear what time you left from the pool hall or if you were even there. So you're saying that you were out there, you're in the parking lot, but I have no physical evidence that you were at there. 1111 is a magical number at Brandy. 1111. Hi, Brandy. Make it make sense, babysitter. I asked you to do an interview. I asked you to come up here and make it make sense to me. You told me that you're working 12-hour shifts and you don't have time to do it until September or October. That's fine. But if you have time to be in this chat, you're not too busy to have an interview. So make it make sense. I don't care. Don't do it on my panel. Go on somebody else's. I want to hear. I have questions. This does not make sense. And I'm not holding you liable. I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand. And I could be way off. I don't know. I'm trying to make this make sense. And I would like for you to help me make it make sense. You're not guilty. You're not, if this was the case, you would have been arrested, but I don't know. Help me make it make sense. I'm trying to go in through your events of that day. Where did you go? What did you do? How did you do it? So that is what I'm trying to do. And it's kind of frustrating because the timing, if you left your house at 6:15 to go to a pool tournament, you would have showed up there no later than 7:20, which you said you got there at 7:40. So, and you're supposed to be there at 7:30. But later I find out that the pool match was forfeited. So when you say because you left or because you never went there, I don't know. But then you have text messages saying that he was in Napa, but that's where you went to. And then you also have a Facebook message that says exactly what he's wearing. But I recall, I think there was a statement made someplace where Brandy had to go through, like, they wanted to make sure that the information was getting put out there correctly. So they went through everything to figure out exactly what he was wearing that day. So by knowing what he was wearing that day when you hadn't spoke to anybody else yet, that doesn't make sense either. And your time change thing is far out there. And help me make it make sense. You don't have to speak to me. You don't have to anybody. You can be quiet. I don't care. But I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you like me. I don't care. I don't care if you go to another panel, give the explanation. I would really like an explanation. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm far out there. I'm just thinking logically how to go down your timeline. So let's do this. So I took that off the screen for a reason. Now let's add a destination. New Plymouth, Idaho. So we're going to work to New Plymouth, Idaho. So perfect. Let's so here, this is the round trip, 74 miles, 1 hour. I'll show you. So cell phone ping was right here in New Plymouth there. So that's New Plymouth cell phone ping right there. So if you left from your house, went here to the shell, which would have put you there at like 7:20, right? At the pool hall. Let's say you got there. Let's say we're going to have to work this backwards. So you posted at 8:57 at this pin on my map. So we're going to work this backwards here for a second. So you said 8:57, right? So 8:57, we're going to take this, which is the pool hall. We're going to go from the pool hall to New Plymouth, Control C, Control V, and then enter. And then I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this. Let's all right, so you said so this is 28 miles. So let's work this backward. 8:57 is when you posted that. It hit the cell tower, right, at New Plymouth, right? Because that's where it captioned you at. So let's move backwards. So 8:57, that's 30 minutes. So 30 minutes would have been 8:30, right? 8:57. So let's say it took 30 minutes. So let's say 9 o'clock. Let's work backwards, 30 minutes. So that would be put you there at like 8:30, maybe 8:20. So there should be a whole hour of you at the pool tournament. I don't know how many pool games you play when you go to a pool tournament. That's something I'll have to look up today. So 8:57. So you left the pool hall somewhere around left pool hall around 8:30, around 8:30 p.m. to head back. LE was confirmed at 7:21. So by 8:21 or by 8:30, I'm going to go back and look at all the posts. Was there any posts that said that there was a kid missing? Did the word get out already? I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work it backwards here. I do know this post, which I'll bring it up here real quick. This post was done at 8:57. It's on my community tab. A description of what he's wearing is also on there. We went through text messages today. We went through babysitter recording today. And then we're going through. So let's work this backwards. Let's say that you got there at 7:40 and you left the pool. Let's say that you got there really at 7:40, like you said, and you left the pool hall at 8:30. So that's less than an hour at the pool hall. That would make more sense. But you were rushing from Nampa at 8:30. You would have left Nampa, and if you were rushing, maybe it really only took you 10 minutes to get there. I don't know. But I'd really like a depiction of what your idea. I don't know. I need to re-go visit what your thing was. So let's take a look here. Michelle Walks. Michelle, I hope you're watching this. We're going to be wrapping this up here pretty soon. No, not Michelle Walks. I'm sorry. That timeline says 6:40, which would fit why you were in Nampa at 7:40. But let's do this. So I want my community tab. Bear with me one second here. My channel, community wall. This is very important here. Very important information. So sit tight. Let me hear what this is. This is the post that happened of clothing description and what Monkey was wearing. So I have the messages that lead up to me creating a timeline based off of information on a recorded phone call. Whether those are factual or not, I don't know. But you're talking to your friend, so I will take those as factual. The fact is, those came out of your mouth. So I don't know if they're factual. The only thing I can go off of is running a timeline like this and then trying to let LE do their thing with phone pings and stuff. But I wanted to point out for why my phone conversation was interesting. And I'm not driving a narrative here. I could be completely wrong. So this was all over social media. It has been places. The guy, Mr. Benzo, lives in New Plymouth. So when he took this when he reposted this, that was at 9:15, and that was the same time zone that she was in. Just an FYI, that has been fact checked that he was actually there. So this was really posted at the time that that this does show. So just so you all know. So this is the young boy missing from Fruitland. If you see him, please call Payette County Sheriff's Office immediately. Last seen wearing a Minecraft t-shirt. So I'm going to go to your beginning statements, and we're going to wrap it up right now. I'm going to go to your beginning in your text messages before you did the interview, or it wasn't an interview. You were explaining why you thought that. So you, Brandy, please step out for 1 second. Please just mute me for less than a minute. So you state that the kid soiled himself and that he was at a gas station in Napa with just a t-shirt on, right? So your post here says that he's last seen wearing a Minecraft t-shirt, no mention of what shorts, right? So I just wanted to point that out. Brandy can come back in. I don't know any of this to be factual. All I can go off of is the information that I have. I am going to tidy up. Later on, the time change was bothersome. And then for everybody to take a look here, one thing I want to point out, go back through my things. There was one name. Did they even go to Nampa? So that's my question. Did you go to the pool hall? Has that been verified by LE? I don't know. I don't have those answers. I'm working on making it make sense for myself. What I want to do is, one thing that I caught is I need to show time zones for time zone map. I'm on Central Daylight Savings time zone. Let's go to United States time zone. Let's bring this one up here. Let's go here. Let's take a look at this map. So, all right, so you see this map, mountain time, right? So here's Oregon, right? So Oregon is in the same thing. So if you're over here where my cursor is right now in Idaho and you're heading south to go someplace else, there'd be no time change. So if you're over here in Idaho, like right here where my cursor is, and go all the way down here in Idaho, 30 minutes south, there's no time change. But you mentioned a name and you slipped up in your little conversation thing here. And you mentioned Huntington, Oregon. So let's take a look at Huntington, Oregon real quick on the map. Let's add a destination. Let's add Huntington, Oregon. I've never looked this up before. So where is that? Napa to Huntington, Oregon. So cool. Oh, sorry. I keep hitting the wrong buttons here. Hold on 1 second. I want to look at one more thing here. There are kids being grabbed up from Utah. Cops accidentally caught 2 guys with a 7-year-old. They were driving a little wild, got pulled over. Interesting. Thanks for the info. I wanted to do this for a reason here. How can I see the state of Idaho here? So Idaho. All right, so here's the break, goes down the river. So Idaho, the river. So here's Oregon and Idaho. Even if you went to Huntington, you're still not far enough into Oregon. What time is it in Huntington? Hold on. What time is it in Huntington, Oregon? That's interesting. So the time does change. So if you went to Huntington, like you stated, so there would be a time change if you went to Huntington. So it's 12:27 here. So what time is it in Napa, Idaho? So 11:27. So what time is it in so 11:27. So let's play New Plymouth to Huntington, Oregon. So let's go from, let me take this out for 1 second. Let me take that off. We'll leave that on there. Let me go from, let's go from Huntington, Oregon to New Plymouth. So Huntington to New Plymouth is a 41-minute drive. If you're in Huntington, Oregon, there would be a time difference. But even if you went from Huntington back to New Plymouth and made that post in New Plymouth, like how it said, your time would have changed. So you would have it doesn't make sense. You've lived there all your life, or you've lived there for a while, so you would have known where the time was changing. And even if your phone didn't change or whatever, it doesn't make sense because it was posted and you were in New Plymouth. So I'm going to leave that there. Huntington time change, some other things. I want to reiterate, AU, and hopefully, Eve, you watch this. This is some new content that maybe you can put some stuff out there. This is trying to find Michael and make this make sense. This is one of the rabbit holes that I've been going down. One of the things that I've been thinking on, there's more audio there. And as we progress in this case, make it make sense. We are talking about a little missing 6-year-old that went missing. His name is Michael Vaughan. He is from Fruitland, Idaho. Michael Vaughan went missing on July 27th, 2021. He is currently 6 years old. When he went missing, he's 5 years old. He was 3 foot 7 inches tall when he went missing, and he was approximately 50 pounds. It's been a year now, over a year. He could be 4 foot something by now, and he could be heavier. So we need to share his poster. Nobody spends $50,000 on semi-trailers to put his decal for an abduction or trafficking when it's like all done through law enforcement. So let me tell you how that works. So ISP, which is Idaho State Police, they reached out to Washington State Police and the Homeward Bound program. Or project is what they call it. They reached out. The family did not. The family is all for it. But let me tell you something. When you have an abduction or a trafficking situation, who in their right mind would put $50,000 into 5 vehicles? I've been told it's 5. Right now, we have a confirmed 3. I was told by the owner that there's 2 more vehicles that are going to be done. I'm not going to hold them accountable for that. 3 is great. 3 is perfect. But let's say those wraps probably had to cost between $5,000 and $10,000. You're not going to wrap a whole semi-trailer when you're doing trafficking and abduction. So I just want to put facts out there. Those are facts. So you don't put that type of money in without knowing inside information or without law enforcement contacting other law enforcement for getting that done. I am cutting this off right now because I need a little break. I will be over at checking convictions here in 30 minutes. I want to end this because right now I'm going to go to Crime Lines and Lies for a few minutes. They're supposed to be covering Monkey's case right now. I want to go over there for a few minutes. I want to take a look, see what she's got. She's a good person. And then I'll be over at checking convictions with the real crime thing. And I'm telling you right now, hashtag, she moved it to tomorrow. Okay, Lana. Thank you very much. Hashtag canceled means hashtag cancels. And True Crime with Eve, you're hashtag canceled. I'm done with it. I'm done with your bullying. I'm done with you re-victimizing them after they've already been re-victimized twice. That's like a double stack Oreo, double the cream inside. Yeah, you did it twice. And you talk about morals on your channel. You talk about innocent until proven guilty, but they did it. Ain't cool no more. I'm not saying that the babysitter's guilty of anything. I just, timeline don't make sense. So make it make sense. I wanted to review it. The fact is she was going over her timeline with somebody that recorded her. I have the recording. I can't release all of it, nor am I going to. At the end of the investigation, I need to hold the integrity of the investigation because there's other people are talked about in there. There's other important information in there that cannot get out publicly. I showed what I needed to show. Who knows? Maybe there's another section that I can bring out and justify the time change. I don't know, but I definitely need some help from some creators that are very good. Gray Hughes, you're very good at maps. Make sense, Gray Hughes. Make it make sense. I showed you addresses. I showed you what I need to do without giving it to you in an email with some of the real addresses. But the addresses are so close, it'd take less than 5 seconds to walk to them on the ones that I didn't use that were 100% correct. And the other thing is, help me make this make sense. Michelle Walks, help me make this make sense. Any creator out there, help me make this make sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand why Harsh Reality and Eve are taking direction from Dope Soul and Sleuthy Goosey, and all their research has been done by them. The PDF that was handed over to Michelle After Dark. I don't understand why the Twitter people came into YouTube to re-victimize them after they already did it on Twitter once. That's disgusting. I just make it make sense. Jennifer, my panel's open to you. Reach out to me. You have my email address. All of a sudden, after my last video, you told me that you were working long shifts and you didn't want to do anything. And then pretty much you said, screw me, and disappeared. Well, I'm giving you the chance, the opportunity now. If you don't come on my panel, please go on to somebody else's. Make this make sense. The research and evidence was proven to be nothing but bias and opinion. She's talking about Harsh Reality and Eve's. So all that stuff is old information. I haven't seen this information. Brooks at level-headed. Brooks had to reschedule. No problem. I didn't know, just me. I just didn't want to miss it. I want this to make sense. And Brooks, I know that you watch me. I know that you listen to me. I don't know if your people are willing to do a timeline, willing to do different scenarios. Let's do a think tank. What's the other scenarios? It's just a coincidence. Okay, great. Innocent until proven guilty, right? I'm not saying that anybody's guilty here. I'm just running through scenarios. This just doesn't make sense to me. And hopefully someday I can get it all through my mind and make it make sense. There's other pieces to this video to this recording that I have not released. There are other text messages that I have that have not released. There's other I do my research. I have a lot of research. I have not gone through a whole bunch of it. If other creators that are heading to Idaho, I will be reaching out to you if you want to collaborate in some of the stuff that I know that I'm not going to say, or some of the things that I need to have looked into. And if I was there, I'd be able to look into them. But I'm not there. I haven't raised funds or anything to go there. I just want some answers to some things. And if you're going there, help me to get one step further and check mark the boxes off on finding this young little guy. Let's do it right. Let's stop re-victimizing victims. Let's stop bullying them. Let's stop saying, well, what if this, what if this, what if this? And, oh, I'll hire the PI right out. You terrorize them. And then, oh, I've offered them a PI. They haven't taken it, but you're terrorizing them. Why would they want anything to do with you when you're harassing and bullying them and sitting here and re-victimizing them when they're living the worst nightmare of their life? Why? And then you're terrorizing them. That's a form that like a narcissistic person uses to get at them, to make them feel like they need to take this or else. Make them feel like they're doing something wrong when they're living the worst nightmare of their life already. Why don't you be kind to everybody? Put a hand out. And harsh reality, dude, you need to go back, re-victimizing them, or I'll show proof. And I've had enough. Enough is enough. What you're doing is called bullying and harassing and re-victimizing somebody that was already re-victimized on a different panel. Now you brought that re-victimizing back over here. That's called victim bashing, whatever you want to call it. And I'm tired of it. And I have a group of, there's 7 of us right now in my group of people that work with me. It's called the Real Crime, Real Lives Matter. And Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan are real human beings. They're real parents. They're innocent until proven guilty, as well as the babysitter, innocent until proven guilty. I pointed out some things. I'm not saying didn't do it. No. Or what I make this make sense. I'm just trying to check marks things off. Like, go down my list. I got other things that don't make sense to me too, like the car, the Honda car that nobody can seem to find. Like, there's not that many Honda cars in that community. I mean, that car can be found. I mean, if I found it, you can find it. That doesn't mean I'm going to go harass these people, but it is going to mean that I go through a rabbit hole on behind the scenes. And if nothing's there, or if something's there, it's got to go through law enforcement first. Exactly. None of her timeline makes sense and can't be explained. It can't. And what I want to know is, help me make this make sense. It doesn't make sense. Your friend even said it doesn't make sense. I don't want you dragged through the mud. And just like how they've been bashing Brandy and Tyler, how they're re-victimizing that. If somebody takes what I did here today and says, she's guilty, she did this, she did that, she did this, I will do the same thing for you. They don't need to re-victimize you. They don't need to bully you. They don't ask you. You need to listen up. You need to make your timeline make sense. And if they're going to harass you and bully you, I'm not going to do that. So I'm putting out my hand that come up here and make it make sense. I'm not going to argue with you. I just want to make things make sense. Revisit your day. If you left from your house and you went to a gas station, did you go to the Shell? I don't know. Even if you went to the other one that's down the street, it's still 3 minutes from the house, maximum 5 minutes. You still passed Fruitland on your way to the pool tournament. If you said you showed up at 7:40 to the pool tournament and not 7:30 when you were supposed to be there, but if you went from your house or the gas station, it doesn't make sense. You would have got there at 7:15. Did you stop someplace else? I don't know. These are all things that I need to find out. I don't know. But your timeline don't make sense. And that's it. And on that one, as always, if you see something, say something. I need to relax. I need to cool down. I'm replaying my intro. Thank you, mods. I really appreciate it. Canceled mean canceled. I'm replaying my thing. I want to listen to the music, and then I'm out of here. I'll be at Checking Convictions in 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up. Please ask your questions in my comment section. And please share this out everywhere. This is important information to help Monkey. Monkey has no voice. He's missing. Let's be his voice again. Let's not victim bash. Let's not blame people. Let's find out what's going on. The little boy needs help. Let's help him. Let's do it. And as always, if you see something, say something. I'm out of here. Welcome to my channel. Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up. I'm working hard every day. The streets for BABYSITTER. Straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I wanna make it on my way up. It's all up in the nation. Made a foundation, true station, true stuff. We ain't giving up on our dreams. Everything is ahead of us. Take trust, your past is not where you start. It's all where you're at. It's where you end up. So we're back to the mat. You cripple the flat, get up off the back. Deliver these facts. See them react. Stay the impact. They all gonna snap. I'm motivated to track. Escalated to attack. Frustrated to back. Straight up, move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop. I won't let go. I won't drop and I won't let go. I won't stop. I won't let go. I won't drop and I won't let go. It's automatic. I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Can't afford to have doubts there. Interrupted. I just wanna look out there. Crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
We're gonna bring you home, Monkey. We're gonna find you.